We lost KVK. Damn, bro. I thought we had this. But hey, I'm not a pro. Chisco and Baba in one map? Man, that's how you know it's time for nap. They say it's a course, a long lasting trap. Where is Mimi? I need to clap. Between my teeth, there is no gap. Come take a closer look, and I'll give you a slap. Bro, it's over. This KVK is a wrap. So stop crying and come sit on my lap. Alright then, let's get this party going. What you say? What is up, guys? It's your boy Daddy Furious. Welcome back. It's a new year, it's a new day, and we have a new L. We lost KVK. That's right. Now, who would have thought? We lost KVK. So in this video, I'm going to talk about pretty much what happened. How did we get here? Right? How did we get here? And it's going to be a quick summary. Pretty much, it's going to be from my perspective of what happened in this KVK and what we could have done better, and maybe if there was any other outcome other than this. Anyways, yeah. So in short, we lost KVK, and now let's go over what the heck happened. Okay, so that is our starting zone, and going into the next zone, into zone 5, we were gonna fight 93, right? And 93 is the last kingdom in the game who still has 2 alliances, right? They are the last Imperium in game who still have 2 alliances. So they are super OP. They are super strong and super active, and their field is crazy. So going into this zone, we decided to play defensive because that was our only choice. We have only 1 alliance going to fight versus 2 alliances of 93. We cannot play offensive. There is just no way. So we decided to play defensive, and the main objective was to secure at least 1 pass. That was the main objective of zone 5, right? We didn't think about securing heroes or anything like that. The main objective was securing a pass. So going into zone 6, we could have an advantage over circles and over moving to Kingsland, right? So we are now in zone 5. As you can see, there is a wall of forts going on, right? We managed to hold our territory in zone 5 and defend all of these forts versus 93. But that is also because both of us have crazy amount of farms, right? So defending forts was not a problem. Now it comes to touching passes, right? And securing passes. 93, right off the bat, they secured 1 pass. Over here, they secured the top pass. So that's theirs. And now that leaves us the bottom pass. And we are touching the bottom pass. So we are touching the bottom pass, and 93 is also touching the bottom pass. So 93 literally secured 1 pass and a half. And now it comes to who can take the pass when this pass opens going into zone 6. So now the pass opens, people are swarming. We are making a ball fight here, and 93 ends up winning the ball fight as expected, right? So they dominate our ball and they take the pass, and yeah, they start building in zone 6. So seeing that now we cannot go through this pass, we went from the bottom pass, from the bottom zone 5, which we shared with our allies, right? With our allies 1606 and 2975. So we took this pass and we started building from bottom up to here, and we also did a mountain jump from here. As you guys can see, we did a mountain jump and we started building flags over here. So even though we didn't have the pass, we still got our territory built over the mountain. So that was okay. After about 10 minutes, we got the pass back from 93, and then we had a little bit of fighting over here, and then 93 saw that they cannot take back this pass, so they decided to shift their focus into zone 6, into this area, right? So then we all left this area, we secured the pass, and we all went back into the middle of zone 6, right? Basically closer to the wall, which leads to Kingsland. Right, now it's time for Kingsland. Our allies are dropping forts, enemy is dropping forts, everyone is dropping forts, right? And eventually we made a wall of forts over here. As you can see, this line, it's a wall of forts, right? So 93 and their allies, the camp of 3 they secured the bottom pass going into Kingsland, and we, with our allies, we secured the bottom pass going into the Kingsland, right? And right off the bat, 93 with their allies, again, they won 2 circles, right? They managed to drop their forts and defend it, and they secured 2 circles, the important circles, and they got the healing circle, which saves them a ton of speed ups. And we secured the bottom circle, right? We secured this one. So again, 93 has an advantage from holy sites and from territory, but it was okay because both sides, they got passes, so that was fine. Now it's time for Kingsland. It is time for Kingsland. As you guys can see here, we are sharing a pass with our allies. So when Kingsland opened, we couldn't go in. Our allies took the pass first, and they had to move their ball into the Kingsland. And then once everyone was there, once everyone moved over, then we took the pass, and then our ball went inside Kingsland. Then we came over here, over this area. We made some ball fights, and here was the main ball fight when Kingsland opened, over these bridges. So we had a lot of fights, a lot of ball fights on these bridges. In Siege of Orleans KVK, bridge fights are meta. That's where the main fights are in Kingsland, right? So we had a lot of ball fights, and eventually we touched territory, we touched flags, and now it's time to start burning, start rallying, and stuff like that. So starting Kingsland, both sides were touching the Orleans, the ziggurat equally. It was 50-50, right? Our side was touching the Orleans from the bottom of the river, right? And also the enemy side was touching the Orleans from above the river. So it was literally 50-50 territory ownership. This went on for about a day, and then on the second day we started losing some territory, beginning with 77 versus 1960. So 77 did have a lot of territory over here above the river, which is on the enemy side, but then on the second day they started losing their flags and getting pushed back. And here it's where we were, 365, we were here fighting the middle camp, the camp of 3 AC kingdoms, right? And then our allies 1606 and 2975 were here, and they were fighting 93. So basically each side had its own objective, and it was like 1 versus 1, right? 1 camp versus 1 camp. Now comes the second day, and we start seeing some huge changes. We start seeing that we are losing territory like crazy, because on the second day, when second day hit, we went into a crazy downtime, right? It started with us, 365, and then it was our ally, 2377, and then it was our other ally, 1606 and 2975. So we all literally went into downtime at the same time. The main reason for the downtime was running out of speed ups and running out of resources. That is the main issue. When we and 2377, we were the camps who started fighting from zone 5, and our allies 1606 and 2975, along with enemy's allies, the camp of G3, they didn't have zone 5 fight because they couldn't. There was no way that they could have fought, right? So they started fighting from zone 6. So they were like kind of more fresh than us, than the rest of us. So we were the first camps to run out of resources and to run out of speed ups, and that was what held us back. So here comes the end of day 2, and we start to lose territory by huge amounts. And now it is day 3. As you can see, we are almost out of Kingsland. It is our final territory in Kingsland, so that is us. Here is 2377. They only have 1 flag left, and here is our territory, BLN, which is about to be cut by the camp of G3. And here is 93. 93 completely cut off our allies, 1606 and 2975. So it's literally only us who have the last territory in Kingsland, and then that's it. And then it's over. So Kingsland, I would say, lasted about 2 days. That's pretty much about it. Some people said it would last only 1 day. Some people said, including me, it would last more than 3 days, but we were all wrong. It only lasted 2 days, and that was a wrap. Yeah. So overall, I would say this was a crazy KVK. This was a very fun KVK. It was the most draining KVK. we had fight in every single zone, and we had fight against a strong opponents, right? Our enemy was super strong, and they gave us a really good fight. People literally broke records in this KVK, and I can show you some examples. If we go to the leaderboard, to individual, there we go. 𝒟𝒹𝓊𝓾𝑜 and BT Cyborg, these two guys, they got almost 20 billion kill points in a single KVK. 20 billion kill points in just one KVK. Do you know how crazy that is? It's insane. The last record, I believe it was held by Peacemaker from 2268, but now that record has been broken by a huge amount, which is crazy. Death points, it's also been broken. The last record, I believe it was Yoda 608 from 𝒟𝒹𝒹𝓎 Kingdom, and then the same goes with healing record, right? It has also been broken. And you know what's crazy? Like, KVK isn't over yet, and I already started getting migration ads. Like, this is crazy. Like, bro, the blood is still fresh and people are recruiting. That's crazy. Last thing I want to say, big congrats to our opponents, 1960, 93, and the camp of G3. You guys did amazing. 93 was super OP. They outnumbered us every single time we fought them. The same goes with 1960. Their marches hit hard as hell. And the camp of G3, you guys may have a crazy downtime, but in your uptime, you guys are scary. So yeah, big ups to everyone, and also big ups to our allies. Y'all performed amazing, 2377, and our other ally, 1606 and 2975. You guys outdid yourself, right? And I'm very proud of you. And I'm the most proud of my own kingdom, 1365. We held well against 93 in zone 5. We managed to defend all of our forts. We held well against 93 in zone 6, and we held well in Kingsland, despite we were drained. Despite we were super drained from the previous zones, we managed to hold pretty long in Kingsland against the camp of G3, and also at one point against 1960. And stats wise, we are almost toe-to-toe with 93. They have 2 alliances, and we're almost toe-to-toe with them. It's crazy. In stats, it's absolutely crazy. So yeah, fair play to everyone, and congrats to our opponents for this deserved victory. Hell yeah. And one thing is for sure, every single kingdom in this KVK is gonna go inside a long ass off season. They're gonna go inside a long off season, and I think kingdoms like 1960 would take 2 skips. Kingdoms like us, we would take like 3 skips. Like, that is a minimum, that is a must-have for every kingdom, right? To recover the speed-ups and resources, right? So yeah, that's gonna be an interesting off-season. Alright boys, this is Daddy Furious. Let me correct myself. This is Drained Daddy Furious. I am under 60 million power. Back to doing barbs with Siege. You guys have fun, and I'll see you around, hopefully in the next live stream. Yes, I am doing live streams now. Crazy. Daddy Furious does live streams. Alright, peace out. Don't ever tell me that this is ChatGPT, okay? Get the hell out of here. ChatGPT could never recreate this. It's all Daddy Furious. It's all up here. Bro, I swear to God, you can't be an artist in 2025 because they just accuse you of using ChatGPT. Like, get out of here, pack your things, and get the hell out of here, boy. Let me end this shit.
Oh my God. Dude. I got hit by... I broke the game! Oh my God, I broke Canyon! Oh, I did it! I did it! I actually did it! Oh! Okay. Here's how I did it.
Bro, you step away from this game for 3 hours, I'm stealing your melons! 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 I'm stealing your melons!